Got their ass.
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Welcome. Fuck, I fucked it up.
To another
The
episode of
welcome. I fucked it. I'm sorry. Welcome back to another.
Welcome back to another episode of Welcome.
Welcome.
Where-
Welcome.
Hi,
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to
Welcome to
another
a episode
epic
of
Webbly.
All right.
Epi Weppy.
My mic got wet.
Welcome backy wacky.
Backy wacky. All right. Let's
Wacky wacky.
cut. Cut all of this. Welcome back to another episode of Open Absurdity with
Ooh.
just the three of us. I know that's the other episode's title. Haha. But we don't have a guest today. But we are joined by the
Yeah,
lovely.
nobody likes us.
We are joined today by the interrupting Morgan. And then we have Chris. Hi, Chris.
Interrupting Morgan.
You interrupted me while I was
Listen.
talking.
If I don't interrupt,
You can
I don't
fuck
get
pussy.
hurt. Let's see fuck.
What's the fucking fuck? What's the bloody fuck?
Let's see fuck.
Even I can.
Do you guys drink
Hey,
energy drinks?
Are you being racial towards my people, Chris?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Kyle,
Are you guys being racist?
L'chaim.
I am a Yade of Hitler.
Command of the Third Reich.
Laham is actually Jewish, so
Yeah, but they all
That doesn't
come from the
affect
same
me.
place.
They're wieners,
what?
right? No, okay.
Wieners. Technically, we were the great big wieners.
The great big wiener.
We did win that war. Oh,
And the
speaking of wars,
Oh,
Good segue.
did anyone know that we might be on the cusp of World War III?
Have you
Yeah,
been on the
that's
cusp of
like
World
Ben
War
said
III
for
Well,
For
like,
like
20
no,
years?
like Ukraine, the leader kind of was like, so it's definitely imminent now because China and Russia are definitely together. And I didn't like get that news because I refused to like look at that part of the world since the whole Ukraine Russia thing because like I don't fuck that. I just like poke my head in
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, interesting. But that popped up on my phone today, and
does that affect us?
I mean, yeah, we are you know, the number one superpower in the world.
Yeah.
So, and America kind of
Mhm.
is the mediator, in like NATO and the UN and everything. So like,
Meteor's an interesting way to say nosy.
yeah, basically,
We just like to
Uh,
get involved in everything.
yeah. That's yeah, basically. You're not wrong. You gotta watch what you say about the government because one day we might just, Clinton ourselves.
Oops. Nice knowing you guys.
Oh no, I'm gonna take it. But it was just kind of interesting to me because really thinking about it, I was like, damn, we're really about to go through this again, and it's in our
For
lifetime.
the third time.
Yeah, and it's just because we shot down a weather balloon and Russia can't seem to keep their hands off of countries because Russia obviously isn't big enough yet. So they just need more land. The world makes no sense to me. So my question to that is, do you guys think there will be a draft for this world war?
I sure as hell hope not because equal rights. No, thank you. I will be in the kitchen. I will be in the
Chris will sexually identify as a woman.
Call me and Eric Mason and Woods, bro. We about to be in that bitch.
I mean, I told my my manager at my job because he's a vet and everything, and we were talking about it at work today. I straight up told him, I was like, "Yo, they pull my number, I'm going." Actually, they don't even have to pull my number. I'll volunteer. You send out that news alert that goes, "We're going to war. Sign up." I'm there.
If I get a news alert, I'm getting pregnant.
I'm
I don't
there.
give a shit.
I'm there,
getting
brother.
pregnant.
I'm saluting that flag.
Take
I'm
the
taking
easy
that
way
oath.
out.
Send me the boot camp. Give me an M16. I'm blowing the head off some Russian motherfuckers.
That's where I post my Craigslist ad of who wants to be a father today.
Who
Or
wants to
I
be
go
a
find the
father
nearest,
today? How
the
many of
nearest
those would there
high-class
be?
bar with
There
a
would be.
bunch of billionaires.
Yo, so many girls' Tinders would just a skyrocket with "I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby, I want a baby."
Just be like, hey, who's looking to have some raw sex? I
Yo,
love raw.
Every
I love
girl
no
is
condoms.
hitting up every guy they slept with before, every guy they've had a chance with, and going, "Yo, so I'm trying to have a kid with you."
Yo, I'm going straight to the top. I'll get the CEOs. I'll be like, hey, you're so sexy, Elon Musk. How do you feel about your 9th child?
Your
Ninth,
child.
Ziggy 29.
I'll be like, we can name it whatever the fuck you want. You can send it to the moon or whatever, but
Just it has to be in me.
yeah, it just has. You just like let's
Preferably during the entire course of this war would be nice.
Yeah, I'll have multiple if that's what keeps me out of it.
What about you, Chris? Do you really think there was going to be like an actual draft of like them pulling numbers for people and like putting out an alert of being like, yo, come sign up. Like, we need soldiers.
I don't know, pimp. Like that I feel like that whole like era is kind of behind us now.
I mean, we still have to register for it, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
Maybe it will happen.
so the way I've looked at it is I think the draft could happen because our forces, we have enough forces. I'm not going to lie. Like, our numbers are pretty high for our armed forces. But I do think the second that they threaten anything nuclear, anything above, like, that rings a red flag, I think they're instantly pulling cards. And I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do it like fucked up as much as this like because this government's fucked. I generally think it's not even gonna be like a pulling bingo system. I think they're just gonna start pulling random ass cards out and being like, "This one's going," and mail you a letter. In 2 days, you're getting a letter. Yo, you're getting fucking drafted. Like, being like, huh? What? And then once like the first brigade of soldiers are out is when the news is gonna hit and everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
because this age it's just you're right, like in this age would that really happen? But like I think that's the only way it would happen. I don't think they could do like a bingo lottery system to pull someone's numbers. Like,
you might die.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I feel like they'll have a certain hierarchy. Like they'll definitely go to people who were in the military before and like be like, "Hi, remember when we said you could leave? Yeah, never mind."
They won't grab. They probably won't grab vets because they already did. You already did your duty. That's how they look at it.
I don't know. I feel like a certain amount, like a certain amount of years, like they might.
I mean,
like if you're
yeah,
80, they're not gonna fucking grab you.
Yeah, but I'm saying because you like. Because that's where that differs from a line of a draft and like because technically they signed up voluntarily for the job, which means that is now their job and was their job. But in most of the armed forces, you are still part of them for some odd years outside of your contract. Technically, they could grab you, but it's more in the form of a question. Like, they're not going to kind of be like, hey, like how they would with a draft. Like, in a draft, it literally is, hey, your number got pulled. Guess what, fucker? If you don't break your leg today, you're going to war. Like,
Ew.
It was, in that situation, it's more of a, they'd have to kind of call them like an actual job and be like, yo, you want to go? Because they already did their due diligence. Like, they already served their time. I could be entirely wrong, but from my limited knowledge of the armed forces, normally once you do your time, unless you choose to re-enlist, I'm pretty sure aren't like unless your number gets pulled. Like that's the other side of the coin. Unless you're like 27 outside of the Marine Corps and your number gets pulled, like you're shit out of luck, buddy. Go back. But I don't think they'd get like a phone call.
I know you just walked in the front door of your house to see your wife and kids, but we need you to come on back.
But like, I know you were just in a sandy place. I'm gonna send you somewhere cold now, brother.
Time for an environment
You ain't
switch
even
up.
got time to say
Hey
goodbye to your
now.
family. Get in the car. We're outside.
I don't want to get on this war topic because I have so much more in my brain that's gonna now that just I thought about.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay, so
yeah. Anyway.
what was your questions you wanted to ask us
Yeah.
today?
So I me and Chris talked about this a couple days ago, I think, and it's this one. I really love this question. Is what song, album, or artist do you wish you could listen to for the first time again? So if an album or the first song you heard an artist from or anything, you could just relive that moment and re-listen to that music. Like, who would it be, and why?
That's a really hard question because I'm a music buff. Like,
We
Me
I
all
don't
too.
know.
are.
Me too.
I mean,
It
we
has to
could
be like
if
one
it makes it
answer.
any
I mean, if you have a
easier,
couple,
we could go like each one like an artist we'd
Yeah.
want to listen to for the
yeah,
first time, an
yeah.
album we want to listen
There,
to for the first
there's
time.
no like
Alright.
restriction to it. It was because I'll go mine first, and while you guys think, my first one is Uzi versus the World. Is Uzi's album with fucking designed like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
When that album dropped, I was listening to Uzi for a little bit before that, and that album and like onwards was the thing that started getting him growing, which was really nice. But that album alone was the first rap album I could listen start to finish and enjoy and love every single song. And there's just something about Uzi, especially old Uzi, that just makes you want to shake your shoulders and fucking just dance to his music.
Yeah, I do what I want.
No, I do what I want. Copyright ban. But yeah, that's it brings me back to a much simpler time. High school during that time was very simple. My brain was able to just enjoy something as simple as an artist I enjoyed releasing a full album, one in an art style of one of my favorite movies, and then on top of it, just every song, banger after banger after banger. To this day, I will say every song on that album holds up to me for me.
Yeah.
So, but that's my one. I don't know if you guys have any yet. I gotta think of the
The
other.
problem
s-
is, I
I
wanna
know the
answer
first.
all three of the topics, but it's just I have so many answers for each
I know
topic
my
I
song.
can't narrow it to one.
I would love to hear freaking Wild Irish Roses by Smino again for the first time. Because, like, that song, I don't know. Like, I heard it for the first time, and then the second time I heard it actually was, like, more impactful. Like, it was New Year's. I was really drunk, and I was in my friend's room, and her twin brother and my ex-boyfriend were in the other room, but they played it, and I just remember like this like overwhelming sense of like euphoria coming through me as I ran into their room and like bursted in, and they were like, "Hello," and I just stood there, and they were like, "Yes." It's like,
Tell me the
turn this
song
shit up.
What
now.
song is this?
Well, I knew the song, but I
What is
forgot
this
like the
gospel
name.
that has graced my ears?
I forgot the name, so I was like, turn this shit up and show me what song this is immediately.
Put this shit on 11.
There ain't
And
no
I just like
backwoods on this side of town. Wanna rock
no.
with me to get some more.
Ah,
Irish
Bro, Oh my God. If he plays Wild Irish Roses or Netflix and Duce or Amphetamine or any of them
I
songs at
think
the concert,
I'll
I'm
piss
gonna
myself.
bug the fuck out.
If he puts Wild Irish Roses, like I'm gonna be crying for no reason.
It's so beautiful.
It's my favorite.
I'm sitting here scratching my head like a goddamn monkey. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd play a snippet, but we'd get copyrighted.
I'll
So
listen to it after.
you
But that's very
just need
sweet.
to we need to just put. I'm surprised we haven't put
We gotta
Eric
put him
on to
on.
Smino yet.
I
Like
know who Smino
we love
is.
Smino.
I
We
believe.
are Semino
Um,
addicts.
I
but
think Smino is one of the sole things that like made me and Morgan click.
Yeah, I
um,
think. I mean, I don't think so because we clicked way before Smino. Just that's kind of like when we disconnected for a while, what kind of reconnected us. I feel like
Yeah,
because like
because
we had that time period where we didn't talk.
your ex-boyfriend's friend is the one who introduced me to Smino.
Yeah, fucking. You could have just said some random man. We have to bring up the
Well, I
fucking.
didn't know. I didn't know how else to make you remember him because I don't know how close you were to him.
Yeah, you could have just said that guy who did a lot of drugs.
I'm right here.
Well, that wouldn't really
I'm
narrow it
right
down.
here.
I would have known. You just could
Yeah.
have. I don't know. I would have known.
Out of all the druggies you know, you would be able to narrow it down to the exact person I was talking about.
Yeah, because I only know one man who does a lot of drugs because I don't really hang out with druggies.
Morgan hangs
Well,
out in
I'm not.
crack houses. Confirmed.
Yeah. Um. For artists,
I,
I was gonna
I'm
say,
too
Chris, do
lazy
you
to
have
choose.
anything?
I'm too lazy to choose just one song I want to hear for the first time. So I'm gonna list a few.
I'll give you
do
two.
it.
I'll give you two.
Yeah, you have
Two.
to.
You gotta give me at least three.
Fine.
Ew.
Fine. I'll give you three.
Oh my God, Chris, I
So
didn't get this special
number
privilege.
one would have to be, of course, my favorite song ever, "Pursuit of Happiness." Oh my God, I don't even it's been so long since I've heard that song for the first time. I don't even remember who introduced me to the song. It was probably my brothers or something, but I don't remember my first experience with that song, and I would do anything to hear it for the first time again. Uh, Number two would uh easily have to be fuck. What was that one X song on 17? Fuck, 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 fuck,
Doesn't even
Can't even
know it.
remember the
Doesn't
song.
even know it,
fuck,
bruh.
fuck, 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 fuck.
Wow.
Save me, save me, save me, save me, save me on 17. Definitely my
Uh,
favorite song off of that album.
I thought that was
Because
a cry
oh
for
my
help.
God, no,
I
no.
was like, what? Nobody can save you now, Chris.
And the last song I would love to hear for the first time would probably be World Star Money, because by Joji. Because oh my
That
God, the
is a
first time
good
I heard that
song.
song, I was floating. I was floating out of my seat.
Yeah. I think I know like my art or my album and my artist.
Okay.
But oh, what should I go?
If you want to go, I have mine too. You can go first.
As do
Yeah.
I.
Okay, so Hard to Imagine the Neighborhood Ever Changing by The Neighborhood is the album I wish I could hear for the first time again because not only does it have my favorite song ever in it, like one of my favorite songs ever, Come by The Neighborhood. It has all of my favorite neighborhood songs in the same album. Like it is just such a good fucking album. If you have not listened to it, you should. I know it's a confusing title, so if you're looking at their page, it's Jesse hanging off from a street sign.
I'll put it up in
But
post.
But it's a great album. And then for artists, Chris just reminded me, I guess, of this, but Joji. I wish I could hear Joji again for the first time because I hate sad fucking music. Like I can't listen to sad songs.
But
Um,
Joji is that guy.
he is. His music is just not only is it euphoric, but it's also like nostalgic. Like it feels like I heard it in a past life or like I've heard it my whole life, you know?
It's
Like
like
even his new songs.
the ultimate vibe is listening to almost any Joji song in like a dark room with like purple LED lights and staring at the ceiling.
Yeah. Or even just like driving at night is usually when I
Oh,
listen to Joey. When I need to just clear my head and like not think about anything but just where I am. Like
and to
Joji,
think that's the same person we saw eat a hair cake. A hair and toenail cake,
Jesus,
sorry.
man.
Hamburger, please.
Hey, mouse, can I get a bullshit, please?
Hamburger. My
Ravioli, ravioli, what's in the pocket-oli?
um, my artist would be MGMT. I don't know if you guys know who
Aren't,
they are.
aren't they the people who made
It's
Classic?
familiar.
They made a couple bangers that were very popular. Um, hold on, I have to get it actually up. It
Was
was
it them?
Time to Pretend, Electric Feel, and Kids were the three major
Oh,
ones.
no, I'm thinking of MKTO.
Um, but a big thing with them.
It's also sick.
Another big memory thing for me. I was working at a grocery store as a deli clerk, and I was used to just wash dishes at night when I would close. And
Mm.
MGMT was recommended by another podcast I listened to, and the guy talked about him like taking a bunch of like hallucinogenics and listening to MGMT. Um, so I started listening to them, and I was like, oh, I fuck with this. And then I learned their story, which I love. I love the story of them because it was two college kids who had nothing to do with music, but knew the algorithm and like understood what was popular music. So they basically learned music, quit college, and just made the most generic popular songs they could. And that's exactly how they got famous.
Hmm.
Um, that's literally what Kids was. Kids was a song created by them to be a popular song, and it is single handedly one of their most popular songs. It was on the radio for the longest time, all that stuff. So the story behind them also just like grabbed that because it's just such a comedic musical story to me that just these two college kids were just like, "Fuck it, we can do this," and just did it. just, we're able to just this is what it is and fuck it. Um, I can't really think of another artist really. All the other ones kind of are a blur to me. That one stood out. What about you,
Hmm.
Chris?
The album I would choose to listen to for the first time. I mean, I feel like it's a cop out to go for the same album that Pursuit of Happiness was on by Cuddy, so I'm gonna choose something else. Uh, Under Pressure by Logic, because that album I still go back to and revisit like today, and it came out in 2014. And I went through a huge phase in middle school of listening to basically just that album on shuffle for like
Hmm.
half of middle school, including his album after that, The Incredible True Story, but still mainly Under Pressure, because Under Pressure is one of the very, very select few albums I have heard where I have liked every single song start to finish and has saved every single song start to finish. Very few albums have been able to do that. And let alone me knowing
Hmm.
every word to all the songs on the album. That's even rarer. Rarer.
Um, which one did you not do yet, Morgan?
I did all of them.
Which one do you want to start off with? Which one did you not do? I forgot. You said an art. No, you said an album. So it's a song
I
and
said
artist.
album and an artist
You did say
at
an
the
artist.
same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a song?
Oh, I mean, I gave one, but I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of another
you
song.
said Wild Irish Roses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Never mind. I didn't know. I sorry. I didn't know you said the neighborhood. I didn't know when you said the album too. You said also the neighborhood as like your artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Who is the other artist? Where the fuck was I?
it's
Oh,
Miss Fuji.
oh.
Were you on Earth for
Yeah.
like
I
everything?
no. I don't
No, but
know.
I guess.
I think I got lost in the conversation. I didn't see like the link between it. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
If I had to pick another song though that I could hear for the first time, I'd pick "After Hours" by The Weeknd. That song slaps. I don't know. It's just I don't even know the first time I heard it.
Not a big
That
fan of the
song
Weeknd.
I
or
don't
"Die
know.
for You" by The Weeknd. That
Oh,
song
that's a
for
good
me.
one too. I don't know
That song.
why every time I hear After Hours, I think of the Doofenshmirtz intro. After
Hours.
hours.
Doofenshmirtz. Evil
Evil
Incorporated.
Incorporated.
After Hours.
Um, did
That's
you
my
have one
favorite
too?
song. That's the song I wish I could hear for the first time.
That was a okay. Which cart or kid show growing up had the most fire intro out of all of them?
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Teen
say
Titans, obviously. Teen
Ed,
Titans
Ed
goes
and Eddie.
hard. When you're done,
I don't.
who
I don't think Ed, Ed and Eddie has it, even though they're my favorite cartoon. I
Teen
don't think Ed, Ed and
Titans.
Eddie has it.
I whistle it literally every day.
Teen Titans, I'm sorry.
Teen
That's
Titans is
it.
probably second for me because I've been rewatching it,
That's a
so I
guess.
watch it all the time.
Low key, I feel like a sleeper pick is Danny Phantoms.
Danny Phantom.
Danny
No, Danny
Phantom.
Phantoms is really good too.
I haven't really
Yo,
like
Danny Phantom, we just
watched a lot of Danny Phantom.
Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I have to change mine. I have to see if this one actually sounds good. Hold on. I can't remember. Quickly, guys, be funny.
Quickly fun.
Yeah. That's it. It's the Kappa Mikey theme song.
Kappa Mike.
Yeah, so Kappa Mikey was a show that I used to watch. It was a Nicktoons original show of an American who got sent to Japan as an actor. He played a superhero, and he acts in this anime. So there's like a bunch of anime cliches throughout the entire show, and that intro is a fucking banger to me. I just replayed it, and honestly, Pod probably heard it because it might go through. Not gonna lie. Fire. I love that song. The second you said, what the fuck was the last show you said, Chris?
Danny Phantom.
It was Nickelodeon because it was tied to Nickelodeon. That tied me to it. But yeah, Cap and Mikey probably.
Oh, Adventure Time too. Adventure Time goes hard. That's like
I
the
feel like
second
it's too
favorite.
short to be up at the top.
But
It's like a
it's
really
like
short
short
intro.
and sweet.
Yeah.
Adventure Time. Like something very distance. Take the dark and the human.
What kids
Like it's
movie
simple and sweet.
has the best soundtrack? Or animated movie, I guess I should say. I won't sort of say kids movie. Animated movie.
Does Spider-Verse count?
It's an animated movie.
Yeah, because that soundtrack is some gas. Or low-key, the first Suicide Squad that had Sucker for Pain and
Not
shit
an
like
animated movie.
Oh, that's not
that. Oh
animated.
no, it's not an animated movie. I was thinking of the album cover for it and was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's totally animated.
See, that's like a hard question for me because like I don't know.
I don't
Like,
know if people do soundtracks. I guess that's also I should I don't know if you guys listen to soundtracks more. I listen to soundtracks sometimes.
The
So,
only thing I can think of when you tell me like animated soundtracks is like Disney movies, and that's like one of the things I don't like about Disney movies is how many fucking songs there is.
oh, I
I
mean,
Now they have
mine's
to
a Disney.
sing
Mine's a Disney
everything.
movie. My favorite album's a Disney movie. Like entire
Actually,
soundtrack.
then fucking Jungle Book if I had to choose.
Oof. Ooh yeah. Mm.
Their
we waving our
necessities.
fingers again.
Heat. Yeah, we're waving our fingers again. Heat. Mine's the Goofy movie. I love every single song off the Goofy movie album. Eye to Eye, fucking unbelievable. Um, yeah, that's also probably my favorite. I think I've said it. My favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you said Jungle Book was your favorite.
no, I did not. I know that for a fact.
Literally last episode you
I
said Jungle
literally
Book.
did not say the Jungle Book is my favorite
I
movie.
said that,
I was
Chris.
going to say
Yeah,
I
and Eric
like.
agreed.
I didn't know. I know for a fact I did not agree with that because the Jungle Book is not my favorite Disney movie. I've never once said that in my entire life.
I
Chris is that
If you
really
bring
bad
up that
towards
if you bring up that clip, man, I'll make a bet with you. I don't even care. Like I can't even think of what I want to put on that because if I might have been like, like yeah, like that's a good choice, or like, yeah, that's a very good option. But
that.
I don't. No,
No.
no. Um,
Fun fact, my dad didn't let me watch Bambi until I was uh, a bit older because of the mom
Mom getting
dying.
killed. Yeah, Disney was dark, bro.
I didn't watch Bambi until I was like, I think 9 or 8.
I'm pretty sure I was the kid
Wow.
in like elementary school making fun of that. I'm not gonna lie. Because to me,
Probably.
it wasn't like a funny scene to me. Like obviously, it was emotionally scarring watching the scene. But
You didn't even see the die.
what?
You didn't even see the
But you know the hunter.
the
Like
die.
you get insinuated when you're old enough and you
Yeah.
fucking like understand. It's insinuated. Like so, when you're young enough and you don't get it, I kind of got it, and yeah, I definitely think it was middle school was the first time I ever made a joke, and I made a little girl cry when I was in middle school because of making fun of Bambi. Um, what couldn't I watch? I couldn't really. I wasn't really allowed to watch Adult Swim, but I feel like that's normal for every kid, and of course I did at night anyway, whenever my parents went
Yeah,
to bed.
and was fucking scarred from the chiming of that goddamn gong thing at the
Yeah,
beginning of it starting.
yeah. Um,
But it did cause one of the most fire internet trends we've ever had, which was the Adult Swim trend
Hmm.
on TikTok. That shit was heat. That's one of the few TikTok. Oh my God. We have to talk
Hmm.
about this. There's a new trend going on TikTok that has me completely confused at the community guidelines for that app that used to be a
Why?
children's app, okay? There is literally like my For You page for the last couple of days just out of nowhere has been filled with chicks flashing their tits on TikTok like in the background. It's like it's literally a trend that
Like
one chick
legit?
started. Yes, legit. Like the thing they'll do is like they'll go in the background like the search title at the bottom is always or like the link not link the hashtag thing to go on with the trend is literally always like flashing behind a door or flashing in the background or some shit like that. And it's straight up titty. It's whole titty. There's no hiding it. It's just far away from the camera a bit. They're either doing it behind the door or like having the phone face the wall, like seeing a mirror in the background, and they'll go to the mirror away from the phone and do it. Like, how is this a fucking trend, dude? How is the guidelines not picking this up? It's all over TikTok.
I have never seen a single one of these.
I could probably go on TikTok and find one within 5 minutes, unless the trend is already dead, because the guidelines finally picked up on it. But I sent it to Madison, and she was just as confused as me because that was the first night I saw one of those videos, and then after I saw that one, I saw like 4 more afterwards. And it apparently all originated from one creator that started it, and then everyone just kept it going.
I'm
Like,
so confused.
I don't like, how does
I
that become a trend?
where
It used to
where
be
do
a kid's
people
app.
get the enjoyment of getting to a line of being banned and like that line and like stakes on an app just to get popular? Like I
It's more
get
than likely just to
things
promote their OnlyFans or some
for
shit.
content. I just put like, do they really think? I guess it does work. Why does it work, Chris? Why are men horny? Why does it work? Because it shouldn't, bro. Why can't men not be dumb brained for 1 second and look at that and go, she's literally just trying to feed off your horniness and just scroll past it.
She's just trying to get you to look at her Twitter.
She's
That's
she's
all
just
she's
trying to
doing.
get you to pay $5 to $10 for her OnlyFans. Now, don't get me wrong, lady gotta make a bag, but just do it with decency sometimes. Like, don't make
The
a
fact
trend out of it.
that it's even a trend is baffling. Like,
Yeah.
again, this used to be a damn kids app.
I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
happy I don't use
I'm
TikTok.
going back. I'm going back through my DMs with Madison and my friend Jack that I sent them to when I was freaking out about it, completely confused as to why it was a trend.
Chris just
And
sent his
every
friend titty
single one of
pics.
them is tech down. Every single one of them has been taken down. So I guess the trend is over and guidelines finally caught up. It took them like a week,
Woohoo! Good job,
but
They were
China.
like,
yeah,
oh,
that shit's wild.
I mean, there's also, I won't say it's a trend on Instagram, but like people get away with it on Instagram by wearing see-through like netting and shit all the time, which is really
yeah,
stupid.
I've just be freaking trying to casually scroll and look at memes and I see titties all the
Yeah,
time.
like it's
Like, what
aggravating.
the
Like I don't
hell?
want to see that shit. Put your tits
It is
away.
aggravating.
Hashtag put the tits away. No more free
That's
the
somebody's
nipple.
daughter, bruh.
No more free the nipple. Put the tits away.
I'm
Hey,
just like,
bruh.
okay.
You're telling me
It's
you weren't
always
one of
some
those
stupid
guys that wore the I
caption.
Heart Boobies bracelets in middle school for breast cancer month?
Wait, what?
You're telling me you're wearing one of those guys in like middle school and shit that wore the I Heart Boobie bracelets?
Brother, I was. And you want to know something? I do love titties, but you want to know what I don't love? It showing up in my goddamn feed on every goddamn social media app because 6 months ago, I followed this girl who is a photographer and now she's an OnlyFans model. Or I follow this meme page and they're promoting midget OnlyFans. Short
Wait, whoa,
people.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
have you
whoa,
not
whoa,
seen that
whoa.
trend
What?
either? Have you not seen that?
I
Oh,
see that
brother,
one all the time.
brother, like memes are on Instagram. Puberty on Instagram would do it sometimes. What was another one? I don't think it was Barstool, but it was another one like those Barstool kind of like fucking posts 700 times a fucking day and then deletes them, like shit like that. Would post like full blown videos of these short people advertising their OnlyFans, and it was just marketed towards people who like short people. But it made no fucking sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why?
I hate the ones that are like me letting Joe Biden hit to save us from World War III or
Exactly,
some
bro.
shit.
Like
I'm
all
like,
of
what
that
the fuck?
shit. That's what aggravates me. Or like even going back with just like having the tits out. Like I don't want to scroll through my Instagram trying to see photos, trying to see memes, trying to see whatever. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And people, and I'm even one of those people that will say I try to craft my algorithm very well. I say don't show me posts like this whenever they show up. They still get pushed. It doesn't matter. You like one gym post of a girl with a fat ass because it was just some motivational quote. Guess what? Ass all over your Instagram feed now. Like I can't even like one
Yeah.
photo without my Instagram feed getting fucking destroyed.
I don't even like them. Like I'll look at a photo of a girl, just a normal girl being pretty, and I get that shit on my page. I'm like, hello?
Fucking
What? I don't want to see this
I just
at all.
yeah, it just I don't know. I don't know where that line is anymore on any social media app of like nudity.
Mm.
because it's just I'm all for being free person, but I don't. Why? Why do you have to put it out in public like that? Like,
I just don't understand why it's like I understand that that's kind of like it's like the girls' version of like the army. Like that's our way out. It's like, oh, get an OnlyFans. um, when you're like struggling, but like it's just it's kind of sad that the fact that like girls have to resort to that one, and two that it's just like so saturated and everywhere because it's like competitive because everybody's doing it.
I
Everybody's
was
trying
about
to
to
get a
say,
way out.
I really don't think only. I think girls think OnlyFans is a way out, but financially,
Yeah.
it is not. Ever since they got rid of the like they pay cut the fucking
Hmm.
shit, yeah, you don't make unless you're on the top fucking like 8% or whatever, you make barely any fucking money because it's not really a way out. You can't.
I mean,
It's
you still have to put the effort
yeah,
in of building your following.
yeah, and plus like then it's also you have to deal with
Yeah.
the shit side of the hate because there's girls whose OnlyFans are 99 cents compared to girls who are 10 to compared to girls who are have three different plans ranging from $3 to 50. And there's people who buy that
Yeah.
50 every month. Like
Yeah.
so
Like
is it,
I just
I
want to
think
know.
theoretically OnlyFans is a way out. Hold on, Chris, I don't want to cut you off.
That's what I mean though. It's like
Yeah.
it seems like a way out, but it's like there's consequences. That's like why I compare it to like the army. It's like it seems like a way out, but there's a consequence. Like you're putting your body through physical and mental like shit, you know?
Oh
And
yeah, I
not
wasn't
everybody who goes and joins the army like goes through with it.
oh
You know,
yeah, I
that's my
wasn't
point. It's like it's sad that it's like that.
yeah, I like I wasn't like disagreeing with the point of it being an army, being compared to the army. I
Yeah.
think it more I don't I just don't think in that relation it is a way out because the army is a way out depending for actually most men if you can go into the army like because it
I don't
like
think.
what
I just don't think.
yeah I know um and I think
Okay.
OnlyFans back in the day when OnlyFans first came out and it was like OnlyFans and Fansly and like there was a couple other ones. I think back then you could have made a quick buck doing OnlyFans, but like you said, it's saturated now. It's just like YouTube. It's just like Twitch. It's just like every other platform now. It's super saturated to where you have to go through like the mental grind and everything. So I guess yeah, the army relation makes some sense. I can agree to that.
Mm.
What were you gonna say, Chris?
I just I just want to know like to what level of down bad do you have to get to? Like, what in your life sequentially has to happen for you to hit that point of a low where you're spending like $50 a month to see one chick naked on the internet? Like, when porn is free and Reddit is like it blows my mind and it gives us guys a real bad rep because like yeah we're you know a bit more
Horny.
on the ravenous side than most but come on like it's getting to the point where I pride myself in never have having bought an OnlyFans before and that's not good like I that shouldn't be a prideful thing that shouldn't even be a thought.
I think it just relates
Mm.
super heavy on simp culture, um,
I think
especially
Belle Delphine who
nowadays.
started all this shit
Um,
or who
partially,
popularized it.
yeah, partially. Um, it's probably heavy to do in simp culture. Uh, like I said, nowadays Twitch streamers usually like I won't say usually. There's quite a few Twitch streamers who have an OnlyFans, um, and I feel like they obviously just want simps because those are the people who buy it. the person who wants to see you naked. And like, it is really, I hate looking at it like that because it's gruesome. I really do. I think that's really fucked up that there's a guy sitting at a computer screen looking at Amaranth being like, I want to see your tits. Like,
With like a neck beard down to his fucking chest.
like, it's gross to me. But she knows. Amaranth is very intelligent, and a lot of these girls are very intelligent. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what they got into, and they accepted it, or they're working through it and trying to figure it out. And then there's all the other shit, like, because I remember when the whole thing with Amaranth was going on, like, it is just obviously for men. I think it's a very foreign concept. I even for women, I can't even segregate you guys. I think for everyone, it's a very foreign concept of like just putting your body out there for money. It's just virtual prostitution. Oh my god, OnlyFans is just virtual prostitution.
Yeah.
The metaverse is gonna have virtual prostitution. Oh my god.
Ew. Don't. I'm good.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Imagine how awkward that would look from like the outsider's perspective. You just walk into your roommate's room and
Sitting there thrusting.
Y'all ever see that freaking Black Mirror episode where he fucks his like friend online?
Yes, yes.
No.
It's like this guy and this other guy. One of them is like a girl in the game. It's like a fighting game, but then one day they like decide to have sex, and then they just keep doing it because they like it, because like they have the feeling sensors and all that shit.
Yeah.
But one of them's a girl, and then one of them's married, but one of them's single. So like they have a crisis, and then they go like kiss in person, and they're like, "Nah, this is nasty." And but then they continue to do it in the game. Like they continue to do it. And they're like, "Oh, let's just keep it to the game."
How do you fucking like? That's some next level friendship right there, bro. Like, so you just hitting your best friend from the back virtually, and you just having a casual conversation. Like, so are we still gonna hang out tomorrow? Like,
I was about to say, bro,
is that party still going on?
How do you blow your friend's back out virtually and then go play basketball?
Like, yeah, or just like bring them over to your wife and kids and be like, "Hey, so how have you been?"
Like, I know I fucked you as Sushinami in fucking Tekken 78, but like,
guys,
hi Jared.
Cool. But Daddy likes to fuck them online. So.
Bro, Batman and his entire family could never get that kind of information out of me ever. Like, that's coming with me to the grave. If I ever did some shit like that,
that's coming with me to the grave,
bruh.
I mean, yeah, I blow Chris's back out every week.
You fucking wish, kid. You wish you could handle all this ass.
Boy, I got 2 fucking oven mitts as hands. You don't think I can handle that much ass?
I thought you were about to say, boy, I got 2 whole ass inches.
That too.
Gang.
2 on a good day.
Gang.
2 on a good day. If I stretch it a little bit.
My fingers. You feel what I'm saying?
You give it a little tug.
And slinky string. Oh, God.
Slowly, quickly going away from that topic for fuck's sake. What music genre is your favorite right now? What do you guys like? What if you guys had to put a genre to what mostly you listen to right now? What is it? Don't just say rap. Don't just say rap. Like, there's so many subgenres. Like, dig into that shit. You should know it.
Fuck. Okay,
I've been
well,
listening to a lot of Suicide Boys lately because I never really listened to their shit in the past, and I've kind of like just now
started a genre.
Yeah, I mean emo rap. I'll put it in.
Yeah, like emo rap /
because
like
Ghostman
underground
does
hip-hop.
stuff with them. Fucking Germ does stuff with them. Like, people, they always have. I've been into Suicide Boys recently too, but that's not the genre I've been listening to. What about you, Morgan?
For me, I don't even know because like it's not necessarily a genre, more just like a vibe, I guess. I like love songs since I don't like sad songs, like I prefer
Uh-huh.
love songs. So I've been listening to like a lot of love songs lately.
I'd say that's a genre that falls in. Obviously, it goes multi-genre, but I feel like
Yeah.
that can be placed. It's a style of writing in song.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's just a
Yeah,
vibe.
I've
Um,
also kind of been playing fucking Best Part by her on somewhat repeat the last few weeks because that song is just so
Oh,
beautiful.
the best part.
um,
Whoa.
mine's been Midwestern emo. Um,
Look at you, Edgelord.
yeah, I don't like that you call me that. Um, that's not very nice. Uh,
That hurts my feelings. Um,
the music is just very emotional and raw in ways that I haven't heard music in a long time. Um, that and it's also very nice to sing along to music. Um,
oh yeah, bro.
so, but
Fuck.
um, my next question is Kanye crazy? And then after it, in parentheses, I have this is a hot take. I don't know why. um,
On
yay.
Yay is crazy. Kanye
I'm
West
just okay. I'm
is
he's
funny.
Kanye West the person. I'm just gonna doesn't matter. But
Ye's off the rails. Kanye West though, that's my man. That's
that's
my
my
guy.
man's.
That's the swaying got the answers Kanye. I
That's
miss the
graduation
old Kanye.
Kanye.
Straight from the go, Kanye.
That song aged well.
I think
Thank you,
that
Mark.
obviously this is kind of a joke. I personally do think he is fucking batshit. A lot of the things he says are vaguely correct, but he says them the wrong way.
Apparently Adidas is like considering branding with him again or partnering with him again.
I mean, yeah, bro, that's how they made a lot of money. Them shoes expensive.
I don't know, like I
I've never
don't
really liked Adidas shit besides like their
have an answer.
sweatpants and maybe like
I don't
outerwear.
really
Yeah,
keep up
yeah.
with
As I say, you don't
Kanye.
have to have an answer. Like I said, this one and the next one's kind of a joke. I just needed something. I just needed to get it out because I was thinking of music stuff, and that was just how I had to process my ideas.
Art school dropout.
Yeah. Who's your least favorite popular band or artist? Like, who's extremely popular but you just don't fucking like?
Well, he's not really super popular anymore, but 6ix9ine, I couldn't stand.
I tell that bitch don't take risers.
Stupid. You know, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
When sisters, she
Hang,
get
Um,
hang,
down
hang,
and
hang, hang.
gobble up, run her booty up. She get down and wobble
Lil Pump used to
wobble
be
up.
on that list too, but I mean, over the years, since his like initial fucking blow up, probably because of you, Eric, he's somewhat grew on me, but not enough to where I like had his songs in any of my playlists, except for his most like recent one, Mosh Pit. I think that's the first Lil Pump song I've ever had in my playlist before.
I mean, like nowadays, the only song I can listen to by him is Molly, and that's just another like memory song that was like 2016 SoundCloud rap era, which for me is like golden era of music in my brain. Even though I really don't like that genre anymore, but that was like the
Mm-hmm.
era where I found like Ski and X and Little Pump, and
Hmm.
like started hearing all
That was
these.
that literally was peak music
Yeah,
for our generation. That was the peak because you had Uzi dropping like Uzi versus World and all of his top tier albums, along with X dropping his top tier albums, and Juice and Ski,
I mean,
and Lil Pump blowing up. Which I mean, some of his
I
songs were like club bangers, but
I feel like there was also like there's a weird divide and like weird time in like the timeline of SoundCloud rap and like who blew up because Lil Pump was kind of popular and then pretty popular, then wasn't, and then Gucci Gang dropped, and then so there's like that kind of big gap, but then there's X, who for me, X didn't even have an album basically out by the time I was listening to him. It was mostly singles and like an EP, and maybe his first album was out. I think what was that, Depression Obsessions or some shit, right?
That
So
was the one of the songs on the album, but the album it was on was 17.
is is 17 his first album?
Or yeah, I'm pretty sure 17 was his first Spotify album. Could
Yeah,
be
so
wrong.
I was listening. So basically, when Members Only Volume 3 dropped, because it was before 17, because that was before Jocelyn Floors and
Oh
all of
yeah,
that
yeah.
dropped. So it was around that
Off the
time.
wall and all that shit.
And
What
a little
XXX
bit,
Carnation.
but yeah, and a little bit before that when a lot of the songs now drop and stuff. Um, so, and because then there's other. I lost my train of thought going on that X thing. I'm upset. My least favorite popular one is Drake.
Really?
Yeah. I
Drake, you're not a
Drake.
emotional ass.
That's a fire take,
Um.
given how huge Drake is.
Yeah.
Like, I
So.
don't like listening to mainstream artists with the exception of Juice and X and shit. But I mean, X I was listening to before he became mainstream. Same with Ski Mask, and I don't even think Ski Mask is mainstream still. Um, but yeah,
So. Does he have good
Um,
songs? Yes. But he is my least favorite out of everyone. There's just been so many times where he's been outed for copying other artists and like stealing music. Um,
and apparently as of late, somewhat blame for X's death, which I mean,
that's a little
okay.
strange.
I
But
mean, some of the lyrics in his songs that they're using as evidence is like eyebrow raising.
they can't. They shouldn't be able to use lyrics as evidence. I don't think that's okay.
I
Um,
mean, some of these lyrics are like outright him basically admitting it to it, but I mean, I
ah,
don't know how he would because remember they had that huge fallout when Drake dropped that one song, I forgot what it was called, where he was copying X's flow from Look at Me,
yeah.
and X was like really pissed off about it and shit.
Yeah. So that's why I don't like him. And on top of it, the weighing of songs that I listen to and like, one, are dwindling. I will say that. Even the songs I liked, I don't like very much anymore. But those compared to the songs that fucking suck off every single album he ever drops, I don't like him. I think he's a bad artist, and I think he needs to take a break and like rethink his
mhm.
thing. Now, who am I to talk? I don't make music, and he's a millionaire, so my opinion's
One
invalid.
of the biggest
But
artists ever.
I like to think I know a little something about music and how like it like emotion should be in an art form at least, and like in artwork, and it's just I feel like he popularized and is literally the pinnacle of art is dead, basically.
That's going back a bit. That's always been like an interesting thing to think about for me, like why our brains do that with some songs, with how like you'll absolutely love a song like in the beginning, and some of those songs you'll be able to listen to for years and years and years on end and it'll never get old to you and you'll never be sick of it. But other songs that you'll love just as much when you first heard it, years later you'll be completely sick of it and can't listen to it anymore. Like, what is it about these certain songs in our brains that make that happen? Like, why isn't it just one or the other? Why is it both for the same thing? I don't know if I'm like
Well,
overthinking that, but I've always kind of wondered about it. Because there is so many songs that I loved when I first heard it, and now I just can't stand. versus like my favorite song of all time, I still can't skip that song when it comes on, and I've been listening to it since
Yeah.
I was a fucking child. So,
Do you have a take, Morgan?
What was the question?
Why do you lose interest in some songs that you used to love, and then other songs you love just as much you don't? You still hold very close, and you won't skip it or whatever. Like it's still your favorite song no matter how long you listen to it. But then there's other songs where you
Mm.
could listen to it here and there, and then it won't come on for a while, and then you'll hear it, and you're like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I feel like the time period I'm in, has to do with it, like what's going on in my life, like the emotions I had while that was my favorite song, or like just who I was, what I was listening to. Because like sometimes I just grow out of genres, like,
I feel like
you know,
that's a good answer. I never really thought of it
because
like that.
like, I don't know, like I like drill for like a month. Then I was like, wait,
Woo bad baby.
I don't, I
Yeah,
Woo!
don't like drill at
then
all.
you listen to a drill song, and you're like, what are they saying?
I was like,
um,
wait, what?
I like that that was literal because my brain couldn't think of anything literal. My brain, so like I said, I look at music very heavily like artwork, and it's to me it's like looking at a painting or looking at something that you've had up on your wall for dumb long or stuff like that. Like it's
Mm.
after some time of having it around and just hearing it, like you're gonna want to be like, yo, like times change, bruh. Like I kind of just want to put this down. So like my brain was like, you could go to a museum every day and look at the same painting. You could look at the Mona Lisa, and it's never gonna change. Nothing's ever gonna change about it. And one day you're gonna go
Mm.
there and look at something else, and then be obsessed with that. And I think that's it's literally what basically what you said. You kind of just grow out of like a genre, or it's a big thing of how you feel when you listen to that song and like how you like what goes on in your time period. Like for me, I don't listen to a lot of
Mm.
Joji now because Joji is very sad. As much as Joji is an amazing artist and I love him, I I don't like sad music. I can't. I even him. I just can't do sad music. I can do angry music.
Hmm.
Do sad.
I can be
I
angry.
can't do so.
Probably call it there. Morgan sounds like she's about to fall asleep.
Bro, that shit is so creepy, Eric. That shit is
What?
so creepy. For the last like 4 or 5 episodes in a row, right after I'm finished having the thoughts of maybe I should outro here. You start an outro.
Literally, I was just thinking
Every
about
single
being like,
time.
what's our time at?
Because I just looked at the timer and was like, okay, once he's done speaking, I'm gonna outro here. And then you fucking for 4 episodes in a row now. It's creepy.
I'm just a mind reader, brother. I'm just a mind reader.
I feel like we're like best girl friends that like our periods are synchronized. That was weird. Cut that out.
No, that's staying in.
Mm.
Welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the ending of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Before we do fully outro, I want to thank everyone for the support that you've been sending our way. I've been getting messages from people who've been watching it, and they've been loving every episode. I have a couple friends catching up and watching a couple past episodes. I want to thank everyone
Mm.
from the bottom of my heart, and I hope obviously you guys feel the same. For all the support, it really does mean a lot. This is something that obviously we've talked about. We all really want to do, and this is a very big passion project for us. So knowing that people actually want to listen means the world. So thank you, thank you.
Today's quote is a shorter one. It's just every day do something that will inch you closer to a better tomorrow.
Sick. I love that.
Sick,
I
sick
thought you were
nasty.
literally about to go. Today's quote is "It's every day, bro." Logan Paul.
With that Disney Channel flow.
Channel flow. It's not even.
Or Jake Paul.
It's Jake.
One of them.
Boomer.
One of the fucking one
One
of
of the guys.
Wait, real quick before we end, yo, did you see that clip of Jake throw Prime at fucking Logan?
No.
Yo.
Mm-mm.
Okay, we got to end, and then I'm going to talk about it. Thank you all for watching.
Bye.
Don't make sure to like,
Bye.
comment, subscribe, download the episode on Spotify. Goodbye.
Each and every one of you are handsome.
Right.
Mwah.